Hello everyone, how's it going? Right, let's get started I reckon. So, let's get the Dune audio going. You should now be able to hear Dune. I'll have to play all Dune games. Will I suffer with the OG version? No, we are playing Dune Dynasty, which runs on basically the original engine. So the gameplay is quite authentic, but we can select more than one unit at once, and we do have a context-sensitive cursor, which I will explain when we go through it. So, if I press this button, hopefully you should now see the game. Because the thing is, because of the way that this game is being captured, I'm using display capture. So hopefully this all works rather well, because I can't see OBS when I'm full screen. Hopefully the chat is kind of in a decent position. We might want to bounce the Dune 2 game over to the left a little bit. Is this archaic? Yes, this game is from 1992. Sarash, hey! Played Tiberian Resurrection, the prologue, and I gotta say the cutscene voice. Thank you very much, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Dune 2. Hello! Right, here's what we're gonna do. Look away now, because you're gonna see OBS, and it'll be behind the curtains, and it'll spoil the magic. Right. We are going to grab... Oh no, okay, we'll get rid of now playing, good. Where is display capture? Punch you over a bit. Side. So, and if we go back to this should work. Walk without rhythm. Oh no, it's showing the stuff behind it. Oh, that's not going to work. Never mind. Never mind. Chat will just have to be in front. Wait. Nope, not that. Okay, you saw nothing. You didn't see my computer there. You did not see my screen. Hopefully nothing was on there that shouldn't have been there, but there we go. Alright, chat is just going to have to be a little bit over the screen then. This is what being on LSD is like. Okay, that better not showing any IP addresses or anything like that. I didn't think ahead. Right. Dune 2. We have the intro cutscene. Let's play the intro cutscene. It's going to be a bit quiet, because I can't vary the audio. Hopefully, so take the audio balance as this is what it's going to be like gameplay-wise. So it's going to be not all that loud. You can hear it, but it's not in the foreground. So it's not interfering with my voice. Unfortunately, that means the cutscene is going to be a little bit quiet as well, but that's the best we'll do. So this is the introduction to Westwood's Dune 2 from 1992. Game that basically kickstarted the modern interpretation of the real-time strategy genre. Virgin Games. The license behind this game is just crazy. Dune. Or Dune.
The building of a dynasty. The planet Arrakis, known as Dune.
What is that moon called? Does that have a name?
Land of sand.
Oh, sound card is being emulated. I'll check in a second.
Home of the spice melange. The spice controls the empire.
Can I just say, the graphics, given this is a 1992 game, look at that ship in the background. This pixel art is beautiful.
The spice. The emperor has proposed a challenge to each of the houses.
Hey, Zap.
The house
Good quote.
that produces the most spice will control Dune. There are no set territories and no rules of engagement.
Vast armies have arrived.
3 natural moons. Krelm, Arvon, and one other?
Now,
The graphics really are good.
fight for control of Dune.
The noble Atreides.
The noble Atreides.
Here they are, the Insidious
The
Ordos.
Insidious Ordos.
Look at the smoke as this fires. This is pixel art. It is beautiful.
And the evil Harkonnen.
Pixel art never goes out of date. Absolutely agree. Welcome back to the 90s.
Only one house will prevail. Your battle for Dune begins now.
This cutscene was remade beautifully in Dune 2000. It certainly was. And I think that same cutscene was reused in Emperor. Alright. This... Where's the music? I've got all of them installed. I'm not sure which one I'm using. I'll have to go to the the config file. Or does it say which is playing right now? Okay, yeah. Dune 2, The Maker? MTM32. So I think this was a music pack made for Dune 2, The Maker. Right. Let's play some Dune 2. We're going to play House Harkonnen, primarily for the voice of the Mentat,
House Harkonnen.
who you'll recognise. House Harkonnen. From the dark world of Giedi Prime, the savage House Harkonnen has spread across the universe. A cruel people, the Harkonnen are ruthless towards both friend and foe in their fanatical pursuit of power. Yeah, let's join House Harkonnen. I am the Mentat Radnor. Look at this, it's got a moustache on it. With my guidance, you may be able to assist us in conquering this dusty little planet. For your first test, you will be expected to produce 1,000 credits and not a granule less. You may earn credits by harvesting spice and will need to build a refinery to convert spice to credits. If any of our foolish enemies attempt to attack your base, you will have the pleasure of seeing the invincible Harkonnen troops in action. Ooh. For the Baron. Sweet. Let's get started. So, firstly, we're playing Dune Dynasty. So we'll just run through the controls. So, basically, the original game on DOS, you could only select one unit at a time. So this is how it used to work. Select a unit,
Reporting.
but then if you click, nothing would happen. You'd have to go to your menu, select Move,
Acknowledged.
and then it would deselect. And you want to move somewhere else, select, move, go over there.
Acknowledged.
If you want to attack something, select,
Reporting.
attack,
Warning.
and then click.
Approaching from the
Oh,
south.
hello.
Yes, sir.
That's how it would work. So you'd have to go select,
Yes, sir.
attack, and then select the guy over there.
Infantry out. Moving out.
So that's quite fun. If you want to try the DOS version for the authentic experience, there were shortcuts obviously. So select and press M on the keyboard for move, and then move. Same for
Reporting.
select, press A for attack, and then click. But we're playing Dune Dynasty, a not really a remake because it's based on the original engine. You have to have the original Dune for DOS. So it's running it authentically, exactly as the original game ran, just with an additional overlay so you can select multiple units at once, and you've got the context-sensitive cursor.
Affirmative.
And also, crucially, and more RTSs need to do this, the option to select between left-click and right-click to commands. I'm used to the Westwood games, the Westwood style of commanding, so left-click for me. I can't play with right-click. So we're looking forward to supposedly the
Yes, sir.
revival of the RTS genre by Frost Giant Games, which I think are a bunch of ex-Blizzard employees.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
And I'm not certain whether the controls are going to, like, you'll have a toggle for left click and right click, or if it's just going to be the Blizzard style right click and that's it. Because if you grew up with the Westwood style games,
Yes, sir.
doing, you know, right click to command is just completely alien. It's like if you're used to first person shooters, but then you grew up playing Halo, but then the rest of the first person shooter genre, just decided we're all going to use the GoldenEye and Metroid Prime style of controlling. Or they all decided, let's all use inverted aim. That's kind of what happened with the Blizzard style right click to command. And RTSs just don't do that as an option other than the CNC games. I have Emperor and Dune 2000 installed, and we will likely get to them at some point. But we're just starting with Dune 2, first of all. Anyway, bit of a backstory there. Let's start building stuff. So, Dune 2 codified the standards of RTS, where we have a conyard and we use that to build stuff. The menu for all this was a little bit more complicated in the original. This is simplified a bit to make it a bit easier to control. We've got a wind trap. This is our power plant. It works exactly like the power plant in CNC. But because we're on Arrakis, if we build it, it'll be built at half... Actually, we'll just build it so it's built at half HP. I'll explain all that. Because the ground is uneven. This is not a good place to be building things. You can only build on rock, but even then, it's not ideal. Wind trap. Place it here. The wind trap supplies base with power. Without power, your structures will decay. So the low power works a little bit differently. But because we built it without any concrete, it's already half health. So we can repair it. We'll get some concrete for the refinery. There's a lot to explain. I did miss a bit of chat there. Will I ever stream on Twitch? I don't know. At the moment, it doesn't really make too much sense to switch over to Twitch just because everyone's here already. Maybe if this becomes if stream becomes more of a thing. I'm really enjoying doing these streams, just playing small games. But I'm kind of more so an editor than a streamer. But it's within the realms of possibility. But for now, switching to Twitch doesn't make too much sense. Right. Another addition is we can queue up things, including buildings, in this version. But previously, you have to, in the original version, you would click on it, and then you have a full screen menu to select what you want to build.
Construction complete. Yes, sir.
I wonder if they'll ever did a fan re-update like this. Warcraft? This kind of is. This is the fan. This is basically Dune 2 remastered by fans just with the original graphics. You build a concrete one by one. Dune 2000, you can build groups of concrete. But this is easier than it used to be in the DOS version.
Yes, sir.
Believe it or not.
Construction. Yes, sir. Complete.
Right. Whoops. There. And then we get a refinery.
Yes, sir.
And we can get some spice.
It's destroyed. Reporting.
Can you run over infantry with vehicles? I don't remember. I assume maybe you can't unless you have a tank, but maybe that's just me being used to CNC.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Construction complete. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Warning.
All right.
Unit approaching.
Let's get a spice refinery. The refinery converts spice into credits. Now watch this, because the harvester doesn't just pop out of the refinery. It's a bit more in... Oh my goodness! Tony Blaze has super chatted $5 Canadian. Thank you so much. That's a surprise. Connect, thank you so much. I'm glad you're enjoying the stream. Will there ever be a Warcraft 4? I am unfortunately not that familiar with the Blizzard-style RTSs. And given how Blizzard are at the moment, I really don't know. But until like something like that is announced, I would default to saying, you know, there's no indication, so don't set yourself up for a fall. Thank you so much. I was not expecting that at all.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
So yeah, the harvester is flown in. Oh, get out of there. Right.
Reporting. Yes, sir.
Infantry, take care of these.
Infantry out. Infantry out. It's destroyed.
Strikes, take care of that. Or quads, take care of those guys.
Infantry out.
Alright, so return.
It's destroyed. Yes, sir.
There we go. Official Warcraft 4 is a bit of a pipe dream at the moment, unfortunately. Blizzard is a bit of a mess.
It's destroyed.
Which is a real shame. Even though I'm not a Blizzard fan, it is a real shame because they have such a good history up until this point.
Acknowledged.
But yeah, it's an unfortunate mess.
Affirmative.
You can make your harvester run over the troops. I shall keep that in mind.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
At some point, I think you might need another building for this, or if it's just a traders or something like that. But you can get those carryalls to carry the harvester back to the refinery, which is something that CNC never did. And it's just a weird addition that the Dune games had, or at least Dune 2000, and I think Dune 2 and I think Dune 2000 had. That was just not necessary, and they just decided this will be pretty neat if we had this. Let's get another refinery just because.
Acknowledged. Reporting. Acknowledged.
Okay, no, the quads cannot run over infantry.
It's destroyed. Reporting. Moving out. Reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Construction.
I think Blizzard kind of sat on their laurels after,
Harkonnen harvester deployed.
after what was it? StarCraft 2. I love redundant little features like that, absolutely.
Reporting.
Even things like in Tib Dawn, the Nod airstrip. Just why? Why would you do that? I love that they did it, but there's no reason for it.
Acknowledged.
People, thank you so much, the sweet one. Very kind of you to say.
Yes, sir.
The next video is going to be on the 2D Metroid series, but after that we're going back to CNC lore,
Yes, sir.
and might get into some Metroid lore down the road. I'm getting a bit more into that now that we've got some more Metroid on the horizon.
It's
we go.
destroyed. Reporting.
That mini-map is in a bit of a weird place.
Reporting.
Bear in mind, in the original game, all this UI was originally a lot larger.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
How to play all... So do you mean like the how to get and install the CNC games?
Acknowledged.
Because I think the Dune games were covered in that video, weren't they?
Mission is complete.
Hey, we've collected all the credits. You have pleased me. Continue to serve me well, and I will see to it that you are rewarded. Proceed. The carryalls are also shown in the movie, yes. For Dune 2000, they also remodeled the harvester after the one in the movie, yes. And the interesting thing is, because the license that Virgin acquired was a license to make games based on the Dune film, they could use designs from the film, like the harvester, but since they didn't have the license to the Dune property as a whole and not the books, they couldn't use characters from the books, which is why they had all their own original characters. Mentioned the UI size in the Dune video. I almost certainly did. I can't quite remember. What about branching into Fallout? Fallout is a series that I've not really dabbled in much. It's not a series I'm particularly familiar with, I'm afraid.
Select your next conflict.
Alright. Let's try and route the Atreides. Favorite RTS ever? If you're talking serious, Command and Conquer. If you mean specific game, I can't narrow it down any further than Tib Dawn, RA1, Tibson, RA2. Tib Resurrection is released tomorrow with Propaganda Forecast Mission. Yes, give that a go. There is a traitor among us. No one meme. Memes are disallowed. We are questioning everyone, including you. Answer this question correctly and you'll prove your loyalty to House Harkonnen. What is the speed of this unit? Okay, I'm hoping this is filled out because this was originally piracy check in the original DOS version. So you had to have the manual to be able to figure out what the answers were. Otherwise, the game would just shut itself down. Correct. Hey. So yeah, Dune Dynasty is like, okay, we'll we won't be too harsh if you don't have the manual. I missed a the licensing for the Dune games is a mess at the moment. It really is, and it probably will be forever, unfortunately. If you missed it, there's a stream highlight, which is basically the last video that went up on this channel. I'm just talking about the Dune license, so I won't get into it here. Where did you get Dune? Unfortunately, because of the license, it is currently illegal to sell Dune games digitally. So the only way to play Dune is either to track down the original discs, and in this case play it on DOS, or if you know a nice man with one leg and a parrot. If you look up Dune Dynasty, they've got their own site, and you can download the Dune Dynasty side of things. It tells you specifically which version of the Dune 2 ROM that you need to track down. You're on your own for tracking that down, but there's literally no other option to be able to play this, unfortunately. Right. House Harkonnen has generously granted you a new opportunity to serve us. We will now allow you to take command in a more dangerous area and accumulate 2,700 credits. I love, by the way, since this is a game originally based around resources because of how important the spice is, that in games this early, and even the first missions in Tib Dawn had, as part of the mission objective, get credits as a way to teach players this is an important gameplay thing that you need to learn. And I think more recent RTS has kind of dropped that because gathering resources was just a thing that you had to do as part of the gameplay. Like Red Alert and Red Alert 1, Red Alert 2, great games, particularly gameplay-wise, but the ore doesn't really factor into it too much. It's just something that you do to get money. Whereas the spice and Tiberium is much more important in those games. I think if the new Dune movie does well, it might open up more licenses. It's complicated. Because currently Funcom have the exclusive license to make games based on the new Dune film. But if you want to do a remake or a sequel to the Westwood Dune games, you need the license to make Dune games based on the 1984 Dune film. Which I think the rights for that reverted from Universal Studios back to the Herbert estate. EA owns the rights to the Dune games, they just don't have the license, so they can't do anything with the games. So both EA and the Herbert estate would need to be in agreement, and I think the Herbert estate hate EA because the Herbert estate sued EA around 2003, 2004 or something like that. But their lawsuit failed, so they don't like EA and will probably want nothing to do with them as a result. So probably nothing will probably ever be done again with these old games. You can't sell them. You have no other way of getting them, unfortunately. Although the worthless Atreides you may encounter in this region should always be eliminated as a matter of principle, the spice quota is your objective. Proceed. So this here is unpassable rock. I think infantry can get on it, but vehicles can't, and we can't build on it.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Moving out.
We'll collect... Oh, actually, we have a retreat button, which basically tells all your units go somewhere in the vicinity of the base. That's fun. Right. Why did they sue EA? Because this was after EA had acquired Westwood. EA then sold Dune 2000 on PC and PS1. I think the PS1 version of Dune 2000 was specifically named in the lawsuit. And it was because the Herbert estate was saying, hold on, we never sold the rights to EA, so you do not have the rights to make games based on this license. And EA is saying, well, yeah, you didn't sell the license to us, but we acquired this license from Westwood, who acquired it from Virgin, who acquired it from Universal, who acquired it from you, so actually we can sell this game. So EA were actually in the right on that, which is why the Herbert estate didn't win that lawsuit. If you read the wording of the lawsuit, there's someone put a joke in it saying,
Yes, sir.
so this lawsuit needs to be referred to a different court. I recommend. This lawyer wrote, I recommend that we take inspiration from the books and like travel faster than light to this specific Supreme Court. There was some space travel joke
Moving out.
in the lawsuit documentation
Reporting.
that someone was clearly having a bit of fun with.
Reporting.
The weird sense of humor of lawyers, I guess.
Affirmative.
EA in the right, that sounds wrong and dirty.
Acknowledge.
It's weird, but in this instance, I think it is accurate.
Yes, sir.
I think EA were definitely in the right in that instance. They did absolutely have the rights to sell
Complete.
Dune 2000 on PS1. Will you play mods on streams like CNC, Red Alert 2 mods, or Tips on mods?
Acknowledge.
Possibly. I would like to get through the
Reporting.
base games to begin with. Like, we got the 22nd anniversary of Tibson coming up soon. I'm going to go through
Affirmative.
the Tibson and Firestorm campaigns. Maybe not every single mission, but we'll get through as many as we can in the time. After going through the main games, we can always branch out to mods. I'm definitely not opposed to it. It'd be quite fun to do that. It's just I would take as priority the base games first. Right, we're going to build concrete out of here so we can get a refinery a bit closer. Heal that up. But there's a lot to cover there. Get me McNeil, yes.
Warning, enemy units approaching
Oh.
from the north.
There we go. Aha! If we attack this,
Reporting.
that's a spice blue. Oh, I can't remember what it's called. Basically, that gets loads more spice. I think they grow over time. They do in Dune 2000 anyway. That's how you get more spice, like blossom trees. Right. I'm going to retreat you.
Yes, sir.
There we go.
Yes, sir. Reporting.
There we go. Wonder if we'll see a new Dune RTS with the new film's aesthetics. If we do, Funcom will have to be on board. So, and we currently don't know if Funcom have any plans for a Dune RTS. We know that... More concrete. We know that Funcom is currently making a online multiplayer game that isn't RTS, based on the new film, but that's all we know about.
Enemy units approaching from the north.
Nice. Get those back. I've never tried Mental Omega, I'm afraid.
Yes, sir.
It's something I would like to get to at some point, but it's just... I don't end up playing the mods too often. I kind of focus on the original stuff, mainly because and the mods are phenomenal for CNC, has to be said. But a lot of the mods kind of focus more so on the multiplayer skirmish side of things, and I've always been like a campaign guy, so I kind of stick with the base games. But I do want to check out Mental Omega and a lot of other mods as well at some point. Refinery! Heal you up. Search for spice fields.
Harkonnen
There's one.
harvester deployed. Reporting. Yes, sir.
You MMOs cringe.
Units
I
destroyed.
might have Ibsen Warzone installed. I can't remember, and that's definitely what I want to get to.
Yes, sir. Warning, enemy units approaching from the north.
Do I have a favorite Dune song?
Destroyed. Reporting.
I couldn't say a name, but it's going to be one of the Jared Mendelsohn tracks from Emperor.
Destroyed.
His Dune music is phenomenal.
Reporting.
Maybe like Gola or Specimen or something like that. He had some phenomenal music in there. Right, do we have another ref? Nearly. Ooh,
Reporting. Reporting.
return. Okay. We got an Atreides base over here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Strike.
Construction.
Okay. Let's retreat. We're gonna have to retreat.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Harkonnen harvester deployed.
And do we have... We don't have barracks. Outpost. We'll get 2 of those, put an outpost on here.
Warning, enemy units approaching from the Harkonnen units destroyed.
Oh dear. Please give us a barracks. We are in trouble here. Silos needed. Yeah, this is where silos came from. Okay, let's back up.
Reporting. Reporting.
Okay, we're being pincered here.
Moving out. Reporting.
I don't remember what the outpost does.
Construction.
Provides radar and aids control of distant vehicles. What does that mean? Ah, the war.
Radar.
Ah, here's our radar.
Base is
The
under
war
attack.
allows us to get infantry.
Acknowledge. Enemy units destroyed. Yes, sir.
Now we don't. I don't think anyone knows what war stands for.
Warning, enemy units.
So if anyone's heard,
Reporting. Radar deactivated.
got deactivated because we are low on power, I guess. Yes.
Radar activated.
Where's the war?
Construction complete.
There we go. Heavy infantry. That's what we want.
Harkonnen armor.
Let us get
Enemy
some
units destroyed.
troops. Perfect.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Do we have... Okay, no, we don't have waypoints set, and oh, that's...
Reporting. Yes, sir. Harkonnen armor deployed. Harkonnen units deployed. Enemy units
Are
destroyed.
they going to get... going to come out on this side and have to walk all the way around? The only CNC game you haven't tried was Dawn.
Warning, enemy
Definitely worth a go.
warning from the
It is. It's the most archaic CNC unless you count the Dune games. Well, yeah, I do count the Dune games as CNC, so it's the second most archaic CNC.
Harkonnen units deployed. Reporting.
But it's definitely a lot of fun.
Yes, sir. Enemy units destroyed. Reporting. Enemy units destroyed.
You know you can run the dudes over, right? Yeah, but I keep forgetting. I focus more so on the guys with guns rather than... Oh yeah, the harvesters can't they?
Harkonnen
Okay, shall we
units
take
deployed.
the fight to them while we have the chance? Let's get also another wind trap.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Infantry out. Harkonnen armor deployed.
Okay,
Construction.
action complete. We can block that off to try and get the infantry to come out here.
Acknowledge.
And can we also get another ref? Because I'm greedy. And you back. An efficient way to kill 3 at once. Ah, good idea. I'll keep that in mind. You didn't seem to see in the same universe. I would say no, but if they were, they are like temporally they are set so far apart that they could well be, and there's no difference. Like it doesn't matter whether they're in the same universe or not because of how much time there is separating them. Got it. Yep. Goal group. Treat you. Do we have our ref? Yes. Let's pop it over here. I don't have a good PC to download the new remaster, and the original version is... It's kind of archaic, sure, but it's still playable, the original version of Tib Dawn. Authentic. Have you ever tried playing Tib Dawn or Red Alert 1 on DOS, or in a DOS emulator or something? Because that's an experience. Like, zoomed in like this. That's your entire viewpoint the entire game. Actually, even closer, I think, because the sprites in this game are even smaller. The CNC old pathfinding is a pain. It's a pain to be fair. I won't downplay that, but it's predictable. And it's something that you can get the hang of. When you figure out how the pathfinding originally works, what it's thinking of, then you can get figure out what it's doing, what it's thinking, and then it starts to make a bit more sense, and you can work with the pathfinding. Yeah, it is kind of illogical. Wonder if Tiberium and the Spice are related. In the lore, probably not. In terms of gameplay, absolutely. The Tiberium entirely came from the way that the Spice was set to work in this game. You were right there. Go on. So when they came to make, when Westwood came to make C&C, it was basically, we have this resource, the Spice, and we're making our own license that's not based on an old game. So we need something to fill in the same niche, and all of the Tiberium universe lore came from Tiberium, and that Tiberium came from the Spice. Again, you have pleased me. You remind me of myself in my youth. You may indeed have true Harkonnen blood coursing through your veins. Proceed. Please tell me if you're going to be doing an RTS live streams. Please say you're going to do... Oh, Dungeon... I was going to say Donkey Kong. Wait a minute. Dungeon... I'm not familiar at all with Dungeon Keeper. I would like to get to... Like, the point of this is to get to, eventually, RTSs that I play very little of or not at all. So I would like to get to, for instance, the Blizzard games, which I have installed but haven't actually played before. So I might get to Dungeon Keeper eventually. You don't have to destroy the whole base to win. In this particular mission, the main goal was the acquisition of spice. The despised Ordos are well established in this region and are harvesting spice that should rightfully belong to House Harkonnen. Destroy the Ordos installations in this area and assert control in the name of House Harkonnen. So, the Ordos, as I'm sure most people are aware, but those who aren't, the Ordos weren't in the original books. The name came from the Dune Encyclopedia, which was endorsed by Frank Herbert at the time, but is now considered non-canon because it introduced a whole bunch of stuff that's, I guess, Brian Herbert, I think is a current writer. Just, you know, we didn't make that. It's not all important. We'll just don't worry about it. Don't count it as canon. And House Ordos was mentioned in that book, and that was their only mention before the Westwood games. We're like, we need a third house. We'll go with this one.
Warning, Wormside.
Already made a game of the new movie. Ah, sandworms are now introduced.
Affirmative.
There's a sandworm, and they eat the stuff. Right. Let's find some spice. And I'll just build concrete out to wherever I need to place it. Let's actually send one of you over here. Like, if you can avoid going in this direction to get our spice, that would be ideal.
Reporting.
Oh dear, there's another one.
Reporting. Yes, sir. Moving out.
Sudden Strike 2. No, I'm not familiar, I'm afraid. It's very realistic. Tanks can't go through trees if the trees are too close to each other. Mental Omega documentaries. I don't really play Mental Omega. I'm not familiar with him, I'm afraid. So we do have spice up here, so we could just plonk one down here. Go. Like, I'd like to do some more stuff in the Red Alert universe, but I'm not so keen on doing videos on mods. I'm also, I would like to focus primarily on the base game lore, because you go into mod lore, and there's some fantastic stuff. I don't want to downplay it. It just gets Like, okay, so why are we talking about this particular mod when there's also this mod? And if you talk about this mod, why don't you also cover this mod? There's so much to already cover in the base games that anyone can enjoy, even people that play the mods. Whereas if you cover mod lore, it's kind of specific to that mod. If you don't play that mod, then you can't really enjoy it. Huge fan of Klopaki's work on Dune 2. Do you have a link to download this remixed OST? So this OST is... I can't bring it up while I'm playing. If you need to look up D2TM Dune 2 The Maker. I think it's just available in MP3. The version I'm using here is the MT36 sound card. There we go. Okay, bit distracted there.
Yes, sir.
Don't like there's a worm there. Okay, hello there. We've played Red Alert 1 already, and we will get back to that and play the other Red Alert games at some point as well. So absolutely, yes. Favorite game genre outside of RTSs? I'm not sure I can really sum up games that I enjoy specifically by genre. Like, I enjoy individual games, but I know I find it difficult to say I specifically enjoy this genre, because then there's a lot of games in that genre that I end up not enjoying as much. I can say that I enjoy FPSs, but then there's a lot of FPS, like most FPSs, I don't enjoy. It's only specific ones. So to say that I enjoy such and such genre doesn't really make that much sense for me, personally. I don't know if that if that explanation makes sense to anyone, but I know shooters in. The ant missions. Yes, we need to get to the ant missions at some point, definitely. Right, we'll get a refinery here. Well, there's a lot of autos coming from the north, so we'll build down to here as well, and get some more refineries down there. 7 hours of maths, bloody hell. The wind trap just looks like the phone wind trap in Mental Omega. Or yeah, almost they most likely did take some inspiration from the Dune games at some point. Come on. Oh, come on. Okay. Squish. Squish. Oh, they don't run out of the way, that's good. Now, the worms might not attack in the first mission. I don't remember. Okay. There's an indie RTS called Five Nations, and it's clearly inspired by StarCraft, and it's really good. I've heard the name, but I've never seen it, so I'm afraid I don't know anything about it. My problem with branching out with other RTSs, this is kind of what I mean, because I can say I enjoy RTSs, but most RTSs play more so like the Blizzard style of RTS, as opposed to the Westwood style, and I end up not enjoying those as much. Oh, return. So it's difficult to say. Because, like, Blizzard style RTSs and Westwood style RTSs, they're a very different style of RTS. And when it comes to, here's a specific RTS that's pretty good, it is almost always Blizzard style rather than Westwood style. Like, if it only has right click to command and no option for left click to command, I generally don't play those RTSs because I just have difficulty playing right click. I've been trained with left click. I think I said earlier, it's like if you're used to playing first person shooters, like with twin stick style, Halo style, you grew up playing Halo, then the entire FPS genre just decided we're going to set as default
Warning, Ordos unit.
the we're only going to have as the option the ability to control FPSs in the style of GoldenEye. There's no twin stick option. That's it. That's kind of what it's like being used to left click Westwood style RTSs. Yeah, good. Hey, yes, Dune Dynasty. You bet. Oh, worms are attacking now. Worms are attacking. The worm, they hunger. Okay, you return. We need to get our refineries set up down here. Any plans on playing Grey Goo on stream? Yes. I can't say soon, but eventually, absolutely we will. But yes, we definitely need to get to Grey Goo at some point. Right, one more of these, ref down there, and then we can get up a light factory or something like that. Because we are running low on units. You can actually go harvest that, because we've got a refinery coming over here. I don't think we can sell stuff in this game. Troopers do slightly less damage when firing their rocket as opposed to their gun. Worm. Give me that ref. Lovely. There we go. 2 more concretes here, and then we'll get a light factory. What mod are you using? This is Dune Dynasty. Highly recommended. We'll place that there. Tea's gone cold. I've been speaking so much, my tea's gone cold. Yum. Cold tea. Okay, just in time with the light factory. Come on then. Come on then. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'll get back to you, chat. I'll get back to you, but...
Our base is under attack.
But our base is under attack. There we go. I only want one of those. There we go. Quads, please. Loads of quads. Loads of quads. Lovely. Oh boy. Are they just blowing... Did they just walk into it? What happened there? There we go. There we go. Okay, so to get the war, we need an outpost. Doesn't matter if that's on low health. Kill. Kill the things. There we go. Okay, you can... There we go. Okay, you guys. You can attack that. Do not let them capture them. Oh. Okay, so that's not something I'm familiar with. I guess regular infantry can capture buildings? I haven't played that much of this game. So does it work a bit like the Red Alert engineers, where you send them in until they get low health? There's a mod of Openra that runs Dune 2. But I'm not sure that it's that... Oh, maybe I'm wrong. I assumed it's not that far along in development. But this, instead of using the Openra engine, runs on the original game's engine. Right. Get the war, repair that. Okay. We're doing better now. Away from the worms. Okay. Only if it's red HP like red light. Got it. Oh boy, I was reading chat and I heard a worm there. All infantry can act like RA engineers. Got it. That makes sense. Okay, maybe we can ignore the war actually and just get another ref. Yes, we'll do that. Oop. Okay.
Our base is under attack.
It most certainly is. You want to get some stuff? Good. ref, second ref here. Give that a heal.
Reporting.
Nice.
Reporting.
Will I overhaul the Discord server and use bots and stuff? It needs a change, to be honest. I've been thinking about getting a bot just to be able to automate the giving out roles thing, but it's only like generally a couple of hours max if I'm not online at the time for handing out roles. But yes, at some point I'm just a bit of a control freak and a bit antsy, you know, of having our own cabal having too much power. Like, I've looked into Discord mods, Discord bots, and think, okay, this will be good. And it's on its list. It has its list of all the things that it can do, and it says, oh, it can add as an admin people, and it can do this and that. Like, I don't want to give this robot too much power. You know, kids, I'm not paying attention.
Reporting.
Alright, more quads. Give me more quads. Do we want to get another... No, I don't think we need another ref. I think we're good. I think we just need to hold out. Yeah, I didn't tweak the worm options, though it vanished after eating 3 things. Got it.
Acknowledge.
Still goes full Butlerian Jihad. Hey, Dan. How's it going? Yeah, basically that. Getting into the Dune spirit by rejecting AI. Worm is burrowing through the UI. Yeah, when the worm effect is too close, it kind of, yeah, like that. Just interesting the way that it does that. But it's a pretty cool effect, given this is a 1992 game. Go kill them while you build more. Got it. I'm just running over worms. Quick, quick! Want to get the spice? Go on. Sometimes your halves need babysitting, of course. Worms are hungry. There we go. Okay, so this is the... Oh, that's a cognac. I saw it. So this kind of blob would be difficult to manage in the DOS game. Okay, let's just do some damage while we're here. We've got their conyard. I'm not even sure if the AI knows how to build, to be fair. You. Axon, hey! How's it going? Yes, we did a podcast a little back about a potential, like, if we did CNC4 ourselves. This is a stream of culture. Alright, let's leg it. Oh, retreat. Oh, you cheeky sausages. Quads. Worms are eating stuff. In later missions, worms just get predictable hunting everything when they are discovered pretty lame. Feed them 3 soldiers and they're gone. Very Harkonnen solution. You build a radar harvesters needs less babysitting. Cheers. Oh, that's what it means by vehicles long distance. Okay, got it. That makes sense now. Okay. More quads.
Harkonnen unit destroyed.
Reporting.
Where?
Construction complete. complete.
Outpost.
Harkonnen units deployed. Construction
Reporting.
Oh. Just missed him.
Reporting.
Give no power to the thinking machines.
attack. Construction complete. Harkonnen units deployed. Enemy unit destroyed.
How many quads do you need? All of them. Every single quad that is possible. Max out the quads.
Enemy units destroyed. Construction complete. Harkonnen units
Okay,
deployed.
I need more radar. Well, hold on, I've got one already. What am I doing? I'm not paying attention, am I?
Warning, Ordos units approaching.
I am not paying attention. Someone said radar. I was like, okay, I'll get a radar. I've not got power.
Complete. Harkonnen units deployed. Construction complete.
Okay,
Reporting.
there we go.
Reporting.
That-
Construction
Reporting.
Harkonnen units deployed.
Acknowledged. Reporting.
What happens when your mind's in two places at once? There we go, now we got radar.
Reporting. Reporting.
Enemy units destroyed. Construction
Reporting.
Harkonnen units deployed. Harkonnen armor
Reporting.
There we go. Okay, let's see if we can do some damage to the base now. Wind traps kind of need their pavement because their power production is tied to HP. I'll remember that.
Harkonnen units deployed. Harkonnen armor third deployed.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Enemy units destroyed. Construction complete. Harkonnen units deployed.
Which it said how much power you have a need. It does say, but only if you click on the power plant.
Enemy units destroyed.
It's interesting that from CNC onwards, basically everything was done in the sidebar.
Harkonnen units deployed.
Whereas in the Blizzard-style games, you could do pretty much... you do a lot of things by clicking on a building first, and then it gives you options for that building. And the Blizzard-style games are directly inspired by Dune 2. And just like build on each other from there. So this is something that's where CNC as an RTS speciated from the Blizzard-style games, where everything is handled by the sidebar until the CNC games were then re-inspired by the Blizzard's games conversely, so like from Generals onwards, where it started to become a bit more Blizzardy.
Construction. Harkonnen units deployed.
Hey Frank, we have been going for a little bit, not massively long, so you've not missed much. Welcome.
Harkonnen armor
There's a tweak to scale the sidebar to 3 times. Yes, there's. I kind of like this this size. So no worries, it's all right. The minimap is too small. I don't really use the minimap too much. Like I like having more options here. What is this Dune with grouped units? This is very different from what I remember. Yes, this is Dune Dynasty rather than the original Dune on DOS. So we do have a couple of extra control options. This is like it's running on the NeoGuds might be able to word this better than I could. It's running on the original engine, so the gameplay itself is authentic to the original rather than running on a newer engine like Openra. But it has on top some more options for controls like selecting multiple units. CNC finally got it right. CNC 3 finally got it right. One sidebar to control all factory separate build queues. Having multiple build queues, it works better that way, I would agree. But I don't know how everyone feels about this. I generally prefer having single build queues CNC style because it makes individual unit choices when you select on your build palette more meaningful, and also decreases the amount of like it decreases the necessary APM to be playing not suboptimally, if that makes sense. Several of my associates have expressed pessimistic thoughts concerning your abilities. Oh, well, actually that's fair. If you've been watching, I've been very distracted, and I'm glad to have proved them wrong. Oh, never mind then. He's not been watching me then. Let us see now if my confidence in you is misplaced. What is his name? It is Mentat Radnor, I think. Proceed. Squad leader. You can play as Cabal and the Forgotten in Crystallized Doom mod. Fair enough. That's Crystallized Doom is Openra, isn't it? Oh, okay. House Atreides did not stand a chance. The Atreides and Ordos traded land. Select your next region. Let's take this one. One small victory does not win the war. Another region has the misfortune to be infested with vermin from House Ordos, and you must now repeat your success. I have many delicate political negotiations on my mind, and I don't need to be worrying about loose ends. I like the CNC style where when you queue units or structures, it drains the costs rather than require the full price up front. Yes, I absolutely agree. And there are a couple of instances in CNC 3 where for some reason, like, you had to have the full price up front. Like, that's weirdly unnecessary, I think. I definitely agree with that. Oh, we get 4 times concrete now. Upgrade, please.
Reporting.
Yum yum.
Reporting. Yes,
Okay.
sir. Reporting.
Let's send you over there, you over there, you over there, you over there. And let's see what we get. Concrete. Lovely.
Construction
Reporting.
complete.
Reporting. Reporting.
Get all this out.
Reporting. Yes, sir.
See what we have.
Reporting. Reporting. Affirmative.
Warning, worm sign.
Affirmative.
Worm sign. Okay. Okay, everyone retreat.
Yes, sir.
Just because there are worms about.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll probably build up over this direction. You want to play Dune 2 in 3D? Try out Dune 2000 for PSX. Yes. There's no advice
Construction
button.
complete.
Briefing advice? There's that. Greetings to Spain. Hey,
Reporting.
used to live in Spain. Wind trap. Those and ref.
Construction.
Grey Goo did the same. The Drain accepts with the 4th faction. They added a 4th faction. I didn't get that far. We've not got that far yet. We're going to get to Grey Goo at some point on these streams, so I've not got very far at all.
Construction complete.
Dune 2, do not scout too much. The AI activates the moment you scout them and not before. Okay. Got it. All these things about the AI that I have no idea.
Construction complete.
Does this version have the awesome copy protection where you get quizzed on the manual content? It does, but it kind of expects you don't have the manual, so it auto fills in the correct answer for you. So it's all still there, but it doesn't just close out if you're unprepared. 4x4 concrete, that's some serious far-out sci-fi tech.
Construction complete.
Bam. Okay. Do we get a second... Yeah, let's get a second
Worm sign.
ref here before we go forward.
Construction.
There. You better not. Watching you.
Complete.
Does this version remake have AI upgrades? It's got brutal AI, brutal CPU, I think. I haven't got that activated. I think this is just the original, the default.
Construction.
When do you think EA will remaster Timpson and RA2? I think 2045. I've no idea, and don't set yourself up for a fall by assuming that it will happen. Like, it's technically possible, and I would love it if it did, but there's currently no indication that it will. Like, until we have any kind of positive indication that it might, assume that it won't, just to be safe.
Construction complete.
There we go. Okay, let's get another wind trap first this time,
Acknowledge.
and then we'll get a radar.
Complete.
That. Did you know you can capture enemy buildings by walking light infantry inside when HP are in the red? I didn't until the chat told me so earlier this stream. Or you better not. Oh, watch it.
Acknowledged.
Okay, wind trap.
Construction complete.
Stick to the mods till the RE2 remaster. The outpost here, we'll get our radar.
Reporting.
Warning, worm sign.
Most powerful CNC unit in your opinion?
Construction complete.
I mean, if we're talking, like, comparatively to each game,
Affirmative.
then,
Acknowledged.
the Kane's Wrath epic units might be, I suppose. And it's easy to say, you know, maybe the Mammoth Mark II or the Marv, because those have always been pretty good. But it depends on what standard you're using to say which is the strongest, whether it's like in terms of lore, or if you're thinking like strictly the statistics in the game, in which case I can't judge that.
Harkonnen harvester deployed.
Okay.
Harkonnen harvester deployed.
We got walls. Okay, so we're going to get
Construction complete. Warning, worm sign.
light factory up. Let's put it here.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Are we low power?
Warning, Ordos units.
We should be fine.
approaching. Our base is under
Okay.
attack.
Once. Light factory. Mammoth Mark II is a beast. I love the Mark II, it's brilliant. Oh man, you got rid of my concrete! Favourite things to rank while streaming? Well, my top 5 favourite things to rank while streaming?
Construction complete.
I don't know.
Reporting.
Favourite fruit? Favourite spoons?
Reporting. Reporting.
Warning, worm sign.
Cheesy Hordos. Favourite cheese? So we now got an actual tank. Okay. I think we were just firing at our wind trap there.
Reporting. Acknowledged.
Units destroyed.
Reporting.
Okay. Light factory.
Warning, Ordos units.
Now we're getting our quads up.
Reporting.
Let's go. Sweet. Okay. I think that worm just ate something, didn't it? Shift. Everyone shift.
Reporting.
Construction
Yeah. Hungry tank. Hungry worm. Okay, so now that worm ate 3 things and then vanished. Got it.
Affirmative.
What will you do if I said I have your IP? Laugh?
Reporting. Reporting. Acknowledged.
Firestorm campaign is a pain and a loss. I really like the Firestorm campaign, to be fair. This is Dune Dynasty. I've played Legacy before. I kind of prefer Dynasty of the two. So they are both good options. In my unprofessional opinion, it's the core defender from Firestorm. Oh, it's the most powerful unit. That is a very good call.
units destroyed.
Core defender. Okay. Haven't found any more spice yet. Could build down here and get some.
Construction complete. Harkonnen units deployed.
There we
Enemy
go.
units destroyed.
Reporting.
Units destroyed. Construction complete.
Reporting.
Harkonnen units destroyed.
Reporting.
Construction complete. Harkonnen
Yeah,
units
thank you.
units destroyed.
That. I'm intrigued by the new Dune movie. Dune movie. I'm looking forward to it. I'm not like overly hyped. It's like it sounds. I'm going to see it. I'm interested in seeing it, but I'm not like. I'm not effervescing on a daily basis at the mere thought of a new film coming out. Okay.
Destroyed. Construction complete.
What countries have I visited?
Warning.
Uh,
Approaching.
I'm not sure. A bunch of ones that I've been like France, been through Germany, but like I was on the way through to Austria, Spain, Thailand, Malaysia. Visited a few times. Been kind of all over, but not like I'm not massively well travelled. It depends on like your perspective. Because I suppose like some people don't really leave their country too much, like Americans. There's a lot of different places you can visit in America, so you can see basically any climate that you like. You can go somewhere hot and sunbathe on a beach. You can go somewhere cold and go skiing. There's basically everything in America, whereas in Europe there's like all sorts of different countries all clumped together, so you can kind of go wherever. It's easier to visit places like that.
Reporting.
Harkonnen
Reporting.
Correct.
Affirmative.
Got one guy left. I'm hoping there's more spice down here.
Reporting.
Harkonnen unit. Ordos unit.
I've not visited Egypt, I'm afraid.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Unit destroyed.
What faction am I playing? I'm playing as House Harkonnen. Primarily. Oh my goodness, who's this? Oh, I can't remember the names. This is the Emperor's faction, isn't it? What are they called? You won one of the very first copies of Diablo in PC Gamer Magazine contest, and you don't remember entering. Imperial Sadaukar. Not sure how that's pronounced. The Imperial fellas. All right. Oh, got some tanks. Thank you, lovely.
Unit destroyed.
There we go.
Reporting.
Complete. Harkonnen units deployed. Warning. Ordos
Good
units
memories of this
approaching.
game.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Ooh,
Construction.
who's that? Who's that? Where are they? Oh, there they are.
Our base is under attack.
Affirmative.
Oh, that is cheeky. Right where my harvester is. Go on, worm. Eat him. Or just bugger off. Best game ever.
Construction. Harkonnen units destroyed.
Reporting.
Warning. Worm sign.
Reporting.
Harkonnen.
There we go.
Units destroyed.
Reporting.
Enemy units destroyed.
Acknowledged.
Construction complete. Harkonnen units deployed.
Reporting.
Enemy units destroyed.
Reporting.
Okay, now we can get some more spice down here. Good, good, good.
Reporting.
Harkonnen.
More quads coming up.
Deployed. Construction complete. Harkonnen units deployed.
Affirmative.
Have a nosy around. There's Sawn up here. Oh no, it's just the worm.
Reporting. Reporting.
Construction complete. Harkonnen units
Zardorka. Got it.
Reporting.
I did wonder.
Affirmative.
We may see real-life wind trap in the future. Awesome.
Construction complete. Warning. Ordos units approaching. Harkonnen units deployed. Warning. Worm sign.
You should have said unit approaching. We'll retreat for now. Ah, there you are.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
I see you there.
Construction complete. Harkonnen units deployed.
Might do your very first gaming streaming session on your YouTube channel. Got any tips? For streaming in particular, OBS is fantastic software, not only for recording but also streaming. There's OBS Streamlabs as well, but I'm not really familiar with it. I just use the basic OBS. It's free. It's decent software.
Construction complete. Harkonnen units deployed.
Look up the like the
Our base is under
how do I
attack.
word it? The expected what YouTube expects from video. So you want your bitrate to be
Harkonnen units deployed.
4,500. I originally set it like 7,000 and it caused the stream to be all choppy. There's like if you run into like any questions, there are so many guides on Google for streaming and making videos and stuff like that. It's quite easy to teach yourself all this stuff. Like I'm basically entirely self-taught on this. Like I went to college for video production for 2 years. I primarily went to learn how to edit. The editing course was the first month, after which I learned that I already kind of knew all that stuff already, just from figuring stuff out on YouTube. And streaming is just basically the same. Just jump in, give it a go. Expect with your first streams to have like not too many people joining in, so it's kind of difficult to maintain it by yourself. Like I did streaming for a couple of years, long before anyone watched this channel. I've been on YouTube for like I was on YouTube for about 10 years before anyone watched the channel, just because I enjoy making stuff. Like this is a hobby for me. I love making videos, and that's really all I did, just for fun. And for the longest time, just kind of expect that people won't watch, and that's fine.
Acknowledge.
Because it's...
Warning.
Oh, there's the worm. Well, eat 3 things and you can leave. You can leave as be. But it's difficult if you try to get into it and expect to be able to do a back and forth. Because I have done streaming before on Twitch, and no one would watch, and to be fair, you can't really expect that anyone would. And it's a tricky thing to try and keep a stream interesting when there's not people to bounce jokes off of. So you kind of have to try and learn to be entertaining by yourself. And I say that as someone who hasn't learned that. I'm a very awkward person. You can tell that I'm stopping and starting sentences a lot because talking is difficult for me. But it's just something that you can learn just by doing it, just by jumping in and trying things out. As long as you set your expectations for what you what it's going to be, because you don't want to get into it from the start like, hey, this is going to be a big thing. You're looking at other streamers and they're doing so much awesome stuff and so many people watching. You've got to start somewhere, and that somewhere is never going to be where you want to be. Just do it for fun. Just start for fun. Stream, just like ping your friends and say, hey, I'm going to be playing a game, do you want to watch? And just start from there, really. I mean, I'm not someone that's cracked any of this stuff at all. I'm just winging it. I'm just having fun. I'm not an expert on anything like this. I just make videos, and after 10 years, some people started watching them, and I absolutely love doing all this stuff. But I'm not an expert. I haven't cracked the code to making videos or anything. I'm just trying to do the best stuff I can and have fun. And if you folks enjoy, then maybe I'm doing something right. This music mix sounds great. Yes, this version is the MT32. This specific audio pack was for Dune 2 The Maker. If you Google Dune 2 The Maker MT32, you should be able to find this music pack in MP3. Right, do we have more quads to bring up? Yes, we do. But you guys are on strike. Not you. There we go. How many buggies? Yes. Where can we download Dune 2? Is it free? Dune, it is, because of the license, you can't buy Dune 2 anyway. They're like, no one is able to sell it because no one has the full license to it. So your only option is either to track down the original disc and play it on an authentic DOS machine, or ask a nice man with one leg and a parrot. So it's kind of up to you. This version is Dune Dynasty, which is a fan-made re-implementation of the game. Highly, highly recommend Dune Dynasty. If you go to the Dune Dynasty website, it tells you which ROM of the original Dune for DOS is required for it. So get Dune Dynasty and just check which version you need to track down. But tracking it down is unfortunately something you have to do for yourself. Really enjoyed the Dune 2 video, finally found out what the hell happened with the rights to the game. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed making that video. That video kind of annoys me now though, because there were some really silly editing mistakes I just didn't notice. That like kind of snuck in the final edit on like the last change, and some of the text boxes have like random numbers on, as like on the timeline where I'm pressing 2 to try and zoom out on the timeline, and didn't realise I was typing into one of the text generator boxes. Any PvP with the fans? I don't really play RTS games PvP. I primarily kind of stick with the campaigns. We have done a Smash Brothers stream where we had like an arena set up for people to join. And we might do that again, and maybe Halo as well. But for RTS, not sure about that. How many of the books I read? I read the first Dune book. I got partway through the second book. I haven't got that far yet. But I'm not so familiar with the original series, just the first book, and obviously I've seen the 1984 film. Does Openra need a copy of the game to work? I'm not sure for the Dune 2 mod, Dune 2000, I think it can download it yourself, but if you need Dune 2000, search for the Grunt Mods version. That's the best version of Dune 2000 to get, and I think you can just borrow some of the files from that for the Openra version of Dune 2000 as well. Well done. The Ordos dogs make amusing noises when they die, do they not? It's very callous, isn't he? What good is our life if we cannot enjoy the simple pleasures? We've got a lot of spice that game. Openra has the auto-install in-game feature. It does for Tib Dawn and RA1 because those are freeware games, so it's entirely above board for that. For the Dune 2 version, I'm not sure exactly how it works. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I don't remember. Oh, at the Emperor's Palace. You receive the assistance you require and then fail me. No, you're... My son, Sordorka. Sordal. My fellas could help defeat the Harkonnen and something else. We didn't have... I don't want no excuses, I was about to say. Like, is this the Emperor?
Select your
Next region. Okay. We'll take this region so we can punch through like that. So the Emperor was helping the Ordos in your last mission. Nevertheless, House Atreides has grown stronger due to our negligence and must now be taught a lesson. You will remove all the Atreides from this region. Seed. Wish someone would make the cool helmet from the Dune 2 game. Alright, we might make this the last mission. Just because these missions are starting to run a little bit longer this time. Right, I'll take Neogood's advice and we'll build up our base before we scout this time. We do have some spice right here, which is good.
construction complete. Construction complete.
In the Genesis version, Sardorka are spawning every now and then. It wasn't a technically incredible version, by the way. Okay, we'll put our wind trap up here, maybe? Okay, we're in the north.
Construction complete.
Wait. Our wind trap here, and our ref here.
Reporting.
Construction complete.
Ref. Nice.
Reporting. Acknowledged.
Atreides' blood is excellent for greasing tank treads.
Acknowledged.
Will I stream Tibson campaign? Yes. Later this month is the 22nd anniversary of Tibson, and there's some community events going on. We will definitely be streaming the Tibson and Firestorm campaigns later on this month, without question.
Acknowledged.
I really love those campaigns. I love the old days when unbalanced units was okay.
Reporting.
Right. Let's get a second ref down here as well. Just because.
Construction complete.
Ref.
Construction complete.
Yes, Grunt Mods Edition is for Dune 2000.
Reporting. Moving out.
That ref. Need that ref.
Construction.
Yeah, if you download Openra, it'll tell you what you need to do. I just can't remember off the top of my head.
Reporting.
Harkonnen harvester deployed.
So I think it might download most of the game files, but then you need to do it manually to put in the music and FMVs. I don't quite remember how it works. Alright, I'm greedy. Let's get a third ref over here because there's more spice in this direction.
Construction complete.
There we go. Third ref.
Construction complete.
I normally just play the games in normal. I'm a casual. I don't know what to say. So I might just play
Harvester deployed.
play TS and FS in normal difficulty. I play for the campaigns.
Acknowledged.
Game gets so much easier once you get carryalls.
Construction.
You can transport regular vehicles with carryalls, can't you? Off the top of my head, or is it just harvesters? I really don't remember.
Reporting.
Okay, we got 3 halves up, which is lovely. Let's put something down. We'll go down here with the with concrete and drop down a war or something like that, and build down here for a light factory.
Harkonnen harvester deployed. Construction complete.
Lord Dynasty had an option to make harvesters return to where they return from. If it's a recent option, maybe, because I installed this a while back, but I'm not sure. Why is C3 campaign so hard? Because the game was in one of the last update patches. They tweaked the balance such that, like, specifically for multiplayer, that had the inadvertent effect of making the campaign even more difficult. And then just kind of left it as is. There is a mod that you can get that reverts two of the things where, like, you can build defenses from cranes again, and you can
Complete. Harkonnen
what else could you do? Oh yeah, the harvesters deliver twice as much in terms of credits. So if you actually go to the No Strings Discord linked below, it doesn't announce when you join, so you can stealth join if you're an introvert like me. In the setup guides page, it'll setup guides channel. There's a link to this mod for CNC3. Just if you find the game a bit too difficult in campaign.
Construction complete.
And that's fair. We're not all esports.
Construction complete.
Thanks for joining, Dog Whisperer. Hope you've enjoyed. Inclusion of gates and walls. Yes, it does make the it does help quite a lot with the layout of bases. Right. Let's get a... Okay, so we need the outpost first. Oh, you fools! You fools, you're just attacking through the conyard.
Reporting.
Good thing I caught that, otherwise that would be game over. There we go.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Training units destroyed.
Yes, sir. Reporting. Reporting. Acknowledged.
There we go. Oh, yes, hello.
Harvester deployed.
What do you think of Emperor Battle for Dune? I've played it, I have it installed. I quite enjoyed it. So it's weird. It's a slightly weird game. Not in a bad way. Oh, hello, hello, hello. Where are you attacking? You're attacking that.
Reporting.
That's damn cheeky. That is.
Approaching. Our base is under attack.
Yeah, I quite like
Yes, sir.
Emperor. It's a strange one
Reporting.
in a way that I'm not sure I can articulate well.
Reporting.
Training units destroyed.
Okay, more quads, please. Loads more quads, please. That outpost there. We'll just repair it. Let's get concrete for a wind trap. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh dearie me. Give us a sec, chat. I'll come back to you in a moment.
Atreides units destroyed.
Reporting.
Construction.
Squish you. There we go. Squish you.
Reporting. Reporting.
Okay. Anything need repairing? Oh, good. Now there, we'll put our wind trap there.
Reporting.
Approaching. Atreides units destroyed. Atreides units destroyed.
Reporting. Reporting.
Construction complete. Harkonnen units deployed. Harkonnen construction.
Okay. Return. Oh boy.
Infantry out.
Construction complete. Harkonnen units deployed.
Wind trap there. Now we can get the war, which we'll put down here. Because we have 2 production facilities going.
Atreides units destroyed. Our base is under attack. Construction.
There we go.
Harkonnen units deployed. Atreides
The harvest command to squish infantry with a harvester. Okay, got it. So you harvest the infantry. Oh boy. Repair, please. Oh, blinking heck. Destroy this thing. Heckin' hell. Ooh.
construction complete. Atreides units destroyed. Atreides units destroyed. Construction complete. Harkonnen
Thank
units deployed. Harkonnen harvester deployed.
Upgrade.
Reporting.
Anything need repairing?
Complete. Harkonnen units deployed. Warning. Atreides units approaching. Atreides units destroyed.
Acknowledged. Infantry out. Reporting.
Harkonnen units destroyed.
Maybe Dune 2000 later? Yes.
Construction complete.
We will get to the other Dune games. Lift up the forces. Okay, yes.
Reporting.
Warning. Worm sign.
I'll do that. Right. You guys are group
Affirmative.
1.
Affirmative.
You guys are group 2.
Construction. Harkonnen units deployed. Atreides units destroyed. Harkonnen harvester
Reporting.
deployed. Atreides units destroyed.
There we go.
Atreides units destroyed.
Yes, sir.
Construction.
Okay, troopers. Let's
Harkonnen
go some
units
troopers.
deployed.
Reporting. Reporting.
There's more guys on this side.
Atreides units destroyed. Atreides units
Gonna make
destroyed.
these guys 1 and these guys 2.
Harkonnen units deployed.
Rather than have 2 on the left and 1 on the right.
Harvester
Yes, sir.
deployed.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Construction complete. Harkonnen units deployed.
Use those rock extremities to put
Atreides
turrets there.
approaching.
Can I get
Harkonnen
turrets
units
now?
deployed.
Reporting.
Oh,
Our base is under attack. Construction complete. Construction complete. Harkonnen units deployed. Harkonnen
thank you.
deployed.
Concrete. Put 1 there. Where's our turret? Yes. Yes, we can get turrets now.
Harkonnen.
Why does everyone hate Emperor Battle for Dune? It's just a different game. I don't hate it. I quite like it, but it's got a very different feel to it, and that might be why. There we go.
Atreides units destroyed.
Come on, you cheeky thing! Oh, just called that in time.
Construction. Atreides units destroyed. Atreides units destroyed. Harkonnen harvester.
Okay, you guys go over there. Where's my
Harkonnen units
turret?
Construction
Good.
complete. Harkonnen units deployed.
Reporting.
Warning. Atreides
sir.
units approaching. Construction
Reporting.
complete. Atreides units destroyed.
Reporting. Acknowledged.
Another one there. And turret here.
Destroyed.
Reporting.
Harkonnen
I'll hopefully protect
harvester
that.
deployed.
Acknowledged.
Okay, I need
Reporting.
a radar.
Complete. Warning. Worm sign.
Where is it? Where is it? Outpost. There we go.
Reporting. Reporting. Acknowledged.
This is a mod. This is. I don't know if it's technically classified as. I don't think it's technically a mod, but it's based on the original engine,
Affirmative.
so kinda, but not a mod in the traditional sense. This is Dune Dynasty. Well worth looking up if you want to play Dune.
Yes, sir.
Sourceport might be a better way of of wording it, yeah.
Construction.
Repair facility. Yes, we will
Harkonnen
get ourselves one of those.
Radar
Oh no, I've got one already, so why... Ah, blinking egg.
Harkonnen units deployed.
Ah,
Warning.
thinking, why is a radar off? Ah,
Construction complete. Affirmative. Harkonnen order deployed. Atreides units destroyed. Reporting.
you go over there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Moving out. Moving out. Moving out.
Harkonnen harvester deployed.
Wind trap.
Yes, sir.
These ordered alphabetically. Yes, they are.
Harvester deployed.
Yes, sir.
Source reconstruction is a good way of wording it, yes.
Construction complete.
I had a mini-map already. I guess I'm just blind then?
Acknowledged.
I swear, when you're trying to pay attention to chat, your brain just does weird things. Okay, we got it back again. Good. What was I on about?
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Atreides units destroyed.
Oh, we got build cap.
Reporting.
Unit cap or something.
Warning. Atreides units approaching.
Infantry out.
Okay.
Atreides units destroyed. Atreides units
Repair
destroyed.
facility. Well, that's... Fix. That's...
Yes, sir.
Atreides units
Aha!
destroyed.
Infantry out.
Construction complete.
Why not?
Out.
Why not? Let's do some damage. Needs to make the UA scale larger. Perhaps so.
Harkonnen armor.
Come on then, troopers. Do some heavy damage. There's too many turrets. I don't like this.
Acknowledged.
Harkonnen units destroyed. Harkonnen units destroyed. Harkonnen units destroyed. Atreides units destroyed. Harkonnen harvester deployed.
Get our repair.
Harvester
Now we've got heavy factory next.
units
Good.
destroyed.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Construction complete. Harkonnen units deployed. Harkonnen units
Dismantle. Where's the dismantle option?
destroyed. Atreides units destroyed.
I've got repair.
Construction. Harkonnen units deployed. Our base is under attack. Harkonnen
Blinking egg. Blinking egg.
units destroyed. Atreides units destroyed.
Come on.
There we go. Construction.
There's our repair.
Harkonnen units destroyed. Atreides units destroyed. Atreides units destroyed.
There we go. Heavy factory. I guess I should put over here then. Oh, destroy yourself. Okay. That's what you mean by dismantle.
Destroyed.
Got it.
Units destroyed. Construction. Harkonnen units destroyed. Construction. Harkonnen units deployed. Atreides units destroyed. Harkonnen armor deployed. Harkonnen
Okay.
deployed. Atreides units destroyed. Atreides units destroyed. Construction complete. Harkonnen units deployed. Atreides units destroyed. Construction complete. Harkonnen units deployed.
What about stream playing co-op RA3 with viewers or something? That's an interesting idea. I'm not sure if it might work with viewers because to get like the co-op you need to have good coordination. My brain just shut off there for a second. I don't know what that was. Coordination with the. I kept correcting myself by saying the exact same thing over and over again.
Destroyed.
You need good coordination. I kind of sod it. That word is gone. Don't need that word. Coordination with
Yes, sir.
the person you're trying to set up with, especially since the game kind of uses
Acknowledged.
fan-based stuff to get online working, so might be difficult to set up.
Harkonnen harvester deployed.
We only have 2 harvesters. Did we lose our harvester at some point?
Reporting.
All right, let's build another RAF
Reporting.
by this quote-unquote dismantling
Atreides units
that one.
destroyed.
Yes, sir.
Our base is under attack.
All right, you repair. I build the spice again.
Construction complete. Harkonnen structure destroyed.
There we go.
Acknowledged.
Okay,
deployed.
did we get a heavy factory? No, we didn't.
Units destroyed.
Heavy factory, putting that there.
Units approaching. Atreides units destroyed. Harkonnen vehicle repaired.
Chasing the carrier, chased by the carriole. Right.
Vehicle repaired. Affirmative.
Now we're just making heavy troops and heavy vehicles. Let me get the heavy vehicle thing. Right, you three, go over there,
Reporting. Acknowledge.
if you can. Or not. Okay, one at a time then.
Reporting.
Units destroyed.
Yes, sir. Reporting.
We're waiting for the carriole?
Acknowledge.
Okay, you go over there.
Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Harkonnen
Reporting.
harvester deployed.
Reporting. Reporting.
Really love the TIV video, really good. Oh, thank you so much. Glad you enjoyed it. That was a fun one to make.
Yes, sir.
Atreides units destroyed.
Reporting.
Harkonnen harvester deployed.
How does it work? Can you heal?
Reporting.
I don't know.
Yes, sir.
Atreides units destroyed.
Found the repair facility with walls and units get brought back by the carriole. Ah.
Reporting. Acknowledged.
Heavy factory. Good. Tracked vehicles. We don't need that. Get another halve. Why not? They're slow. Oh no. Oh, we're at unit cap already. Cool.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's go deal some damage then. Move it inside. Oh, okay.
Atreides units destroyed.
Got it.
Reporting.
Warning, Atreides units approaching. Atreides units destroyed.
Okay. Okay, that makes more sense.
Reporting. Reporting.
You guys over there. You back over here. Kill enemies to get the unit cap down again. Oh, so the unit cap is global. Or unless you mean kill enemies and then I'll lose them as well while I'm at it.
Reporting. Reporting.
Harkonnen vehicle
Acknowledged.
Atreides units destroyed.
Thank you. Trying to sneak past. I see you there.
Harkonnen vehicle
Reporting.
repaired.
Reporting. Reporting.
Harkonnen vehicle
Yep.
repaired.
Affirmative.
Atreides units destroyed.
Okay.
Reporting.
Oop,
Affirmative.
thank you.
Affirmative.
Let's see what we can get. Unit cap is global. Yes, I'll get a harvester first, and then we'll just be building tanks from here on. There we go.
Our base is under attack.
Oh, come on. Come on, that's just cheeky. That's just blinking cheeky, that is. Right, you two nerds, go down there. Thank you.
Harkonnen units destroyed. Atreides units
Alright,
destroyed.
there we go.
Yes, sir. Reporting. Reporting. Affirmative.
Construction complete.
Reporting.
Harkonnen deployed. Atreides
Moving
units
out.
destroyed.
Yes, sir.
Atreides units
Cool.
Reporting. Infantry out.
We're at max after the harvester.
Atreides units
Yes, sir.
destroyed.
Yes, sir.
Harkonnen units destroyed.
Alright.
Yes, sir.
Harkonnen
Make carrioles. What do I need to make carrioles?
approaching.
Affirmative.
Enemy structure destroyed. Harkonnen units destroyed. Harkonnen
High
units
tech?
destroyed. Enemy
Well, let's get one of those, see what it does. We got enough money.
Moving out.
destroyed.
Yes,
Oh,
reporting.
there we go. High tech factory. Alright, one's coming.
Attack. Harkonnen units destroyed. Harkonnen
Oh, come on. Come on.
construction complete.
Produces flying vehicles.
Radar deactivated. Atreides units destroyed. Harkonnen units destroyed. Atreides units destroyed.
concrete.
Construction.
Enemy AI can build over your units. Oh, blinking hell.
Warning, Atreides units approaching.
Okay.
Harvester deployed.
Wind trap.
Atreides units destroyed.
Yes, sir.
Atreides units
Moving out.
destroyed.
Moving out.
Construction complete.
Okay, we have carryalls.
Launched. Atreides units destroyed.
Yes, sir.
Construction.
Okay, and I'll auto repair, which is lovely.
Reporting.
Nicholas, hey! Don't make 7. Okay.
Atreides
I don't know, I don't use the carryalls.
units destroyed.
Acknowledged.
Our base is under
Snuck
attack.
right past that turret there.
Harkonnen harvester
There we go.
Reporting. Acknowledged.
Harkonnen harvester deployed.
Yes,
Atreides
sir.
units destroyed.
Infantry out.
Harkonnen
Okay, can we get some more tanks up? Yes, we can.
Reporting.
Atreides units destroyed.
You two,
Harkonnen
go get some more spice. None of those nearby.
Yes, sir.
Construction complete.
Yes,
Harkonnen
sir.
units deployed. Harkonnen
Reporting.
vehicle repaired.
Reporting.
Okay.
Reporting. 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 Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative.
Atreides units destroyed. Construction
Yes, sir.
complete. Harkonnen units deployed.
Reporting.
Harkonnen vehicle
Acknowledged.
repaired.
Nice.
Warning, Atreides units approaching.
Here we go for another attack. Okay, so they're getting their turrets back up.
Atreides units
This ain't CNC.
Our base is under attack.
Technically,
Complete. Harkonnen units deployed.
you don't have to cancel all the carrot. Okay.
Enemy structure
Oh, come on! The thing. Okay.
Yes, sir. Infantry out.
Repair. Wind trap. Let's get back. What was that? Repair thingy. Repair.
Harkonnen harvester deployed.
Okay, well you're trapped forever.
Complete. Harkonnen units deployed.
Reporting.
We can get a carryall to.
Reporting.
Okay, good.
Reporting.
Good.
Reporting.
Harkonnen harvester deployed. Construction complete. Harkonnen units deployed.
Yes, sir.
Construction complete.
Go on. Go on. Shift it. Shift it. Go on. Go on. You can do it. There we go. Good.
Harkonnen
Repair that.
harvester deployed. Construction complete.
Acknowledged.
Harkonnen units
Oh,
deployed.
so I can move out diagonally. Oh, okay. Never mind.
Harkonnen vehicle repaired.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Oi.
Affirmative.
Okay.
Reporting.
Harvest those guys.
Harkonnen vehicle
Harvest that guy, and then get back to work.
Reporting.
Thank you very much.
units deployed.
Reporting.
Warning, Atreides units
Affirmative.
approaching.
Reporting.
Okay, we'll get rid of these guys. Actually, you guys go over there. You guys get that. Construct additional pylons. Oops. More turrets. Good call.
Units destroyed. Atreides units destroyed.
Yes, sir.
Atreides units destroyed. Atreides units destroyed.
Right.
Harkonnen harvester deployed.
No more
Atreides
tanks.
Units destroyed.
Yes, sir. Reporting.
Oh, we can get another carryall. Okay, so we'll have 2 carryalls.
Reporting.
Okay, let's see if... I can't see their conyard. Cool.
Construction complete.
Yes, we'll see if we can find their conyard.
Harkonnen vehicle repaired.
Reporting.
There.
Acknowledged. Reporting.
Enemy structure destroyed.
Acknowledged. Infantry out.
Okay,
Harkonnen
where
units
is...
destroyed.
turret?
Harkonnen units destroyed.
Can't really do that.
Harkonnen
Maybe that will do it? I'm not sure.
Atreides
I'm not sure about that.
Reporting.
Warning, Atreides units approaching.
Okay, we've got more tanks coming up.
Harkonnen vehicle repaired. Atreides units
Ah, there's
destroyed.
spice over there. Good.
Harkonnen units destroyed.
Reporting.
Enemy structure destroyed. Harkonnen units deployed.
Turrets can shoot over buildings. Favorite faction in this game? I tend to prefer Harkonnen primarily because Frank was the Mentat. But I tend to like, you know, GDI and Soviets, so the units with heavy vehicles tend to be my favorite. Okay. Yep, thank you. You guys. Good. You guys. Go get that. They get my repair facility again. Alright. Let's repair more things again. Too late, yep. There's got to be another base down here. Can we get some more tanks? Yes, we can. How am I... Oh. Ooh, all my infantry are gone. I guess we're going pure tanks from now on. That. If this here, because the carriers can take it there, so that's good. Cool. Okay, let's actually collect our forces.
Harkonnen vehicle repair.
Don't really want to get more troopers if we can now get tanks and repair them.
Our base is under attack. Harkonnen vehicle repair.
Around that, please. So these tanks, these launchers seem to be coming from down here. Surrounded with walls. You got it.
Construction complete. Harkonnen units deployed. Harkonnen vehicle repair. Harkonnen harvester deployed. Construction complete.
Wall. Yes.
Construction complete. Harkonnen units deployed. Atreides units destroyed. Construction complete. Warning, Atreides units approaching.
Need a vehicle to block that sand corner. Got it. Well, we'll use one of these guys.
Destroyed.
There.
Construction complete. Construction complete. Harkonnen units deployed.
Reporting. Moving out.
Construction complete.
A bit more here. And that should have it blocked up, right?
Harkonnen units
Let me get more
deployed.
Oh,
Our base
thank
is
you.
under attack.
Thank you very much.
Construction complete. Atreides units
Let's
destroyed.
get a turret there afterwards. Well,
Yes, sir.
Construction
there.
complete.
It is now surrounded.
Acknowledged.
Construction
Infantry out.
complete. Harkonnen units deployed. Atreides units destroyed.
Reporting.
Cool.
Acknowledged.
Atreides units destroyed.
Top corner needs to be blocked as well. Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, we got it. We got it. Wall.
Construction complete. Harkonnen units deployed.
Reporting.
Harkonnen harvester deployed.
I see you there. See you there.
Construction complete.
Wall. Okay, now it's now it's surrounded. Honest. We got it this time.
Construction complete. Harkonnen
Okay, so the missile fellas are coming from down here. So I think we'll take the tanks that we have
Reporting.
and investigate down here and see if we can take out this base instead. I'm not sure we've found their con yard yet, have we?
construction complete. Harkonnen units
No.
deployed.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Oh,
Yes,
thank you.
Reporting. Acknowledged.
Okay, that was waypoint. Okay, so we do have waypoints. I thought we didn't. There we go. It would be great if they could fix the code so the units could fly adequately through buildings, for instance. I think the point of Dune Dynasty was for it to be as faithful to the original as possible. So, like, you have the additional controls, so it's easy to play. But it's still the original game rather than being a remaster or an update or anything like that. So it's still faithful to how you played the game originally. That is important to a lot of people. But if you're new to the game, it can seem like it doesn't make sense. But some people just want it to be the way that it used to be, but just a little bit easier to control. Right. Get this. You. Oh, there's another launcher. Let's take you out and just ignore the turrets for now. There we go. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, we're going in deep here, but we do... Ah, there's the Conyard. There's the Conyard. Okay, we're going to fight to get to the Conyard, no matter what we lose here. Oh, the carryall just destroyed. Okay, we're attacking the Conyard now. Okay, you guys are on strike, clearly. Get another carryalls, more tanks, lovely stuff. Okay, everyone retreat then. Everyone retreats, everyone back here. Kill those guys. You guys back to work. Okay, you can return. You're full. There we go. Yeah, you. Come on back. Everyone back. Even you. There we go. There we go. We're back in business.
Harkonnen units deployed. Atreides units destroyed. Construction. Yes, sir. Harkonnen units launched. Harkonnen vehicle repaired. Harkonnen units.
Got tanks coming.
Harkonnen units destroyed. Atreides units destroyed. Yes, sir. Harkonnen vehicle repaired. Construction complete. Harkonnen units deployed. Atreides units destroyed. Warning. Atreides units
Wait.
Harkonnen harvester deployed. Harkonnen vehicle repaired. Atreides units destroyed. Construction.
Okay.
Harkonnen units deployed.
We could probably ignore their space. Actually, no, we need to get rid of that, don't we? Got it. Everyone destroy that. We'll ignore these infantry because we can rush in, destroy their barracks, and then come back and tidy up the infantry before... Or we could just squash them. Yeah, why not? Let's just squash them with this guy. There we go. Or we won't squash them with that guy. I guess we won't.
Construction complete. Harkonnen units Harkonnen vehicle repaired. Enemy structure destroyed. Atreides units destroyed. Harkonnen harvester deployed. Enemy structure destroyed. Atreides units destroyed.
There we go. Lovely stuff. Get rid of the turret. Okay, I'll ignore that for now. That base is no longer a concern. We'll regroup everyone back here, heal up all the tanks that need repairing, and prepare to take on this base down here. Sweet! Steamroll time, yes.
Construction complete. Harkonnen units deployed.
So you can go there, hopefully. Yes. Nice.
Reporting. Acknowledged.
Lovely stuff.
Harkonnen vehicle repaired. Construction complete. Harkonnen units deployed. Atreides units destroyed.
How many enemy silos?
Atreides units
I think we're alright.
Warning. Atreides units approaching. Atreides units destroyed. Atreides units destroyed.
Affirmative.
Harkonnen vehicle repaired.
Yeah, we're alright.
Destroyed.
Acknowledged.
Atreides units destroyed.
Reporting. Reporting.
Okay.
Reporting.
Harkonnen vehicle
There we go.
repaired.
You guys go
Atreides
over there.
units destroyed.
Nice.
Harkonnen vehicle
Reporting.
repaired.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Take care of you. Are we at? We are at capacity with tanks. Cool.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let's go take out this base then.
Reporting. Reporting.
Atreides unit destroyed. Yes, destroyed.
I want to move in a bit closer before we start attacking.
Atreides unit destroyed. Enemy structure destroyed.
Wow, that does a lot of damage. Take out you.
Enemy structure destroyed. Atreides unit infiltrating Harkonnen being infiltrated.
And just... we can now just dismantle this base, really. These tanks are good, aren't they? Imagine having to control all of these in DOS version. Alright, yes.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
And the refinery, that is this base dismantled. There we go. There's no more base down here. There was just the two bases, I think. And you can come as well. Hanging out by yourself.
Reporting.
Sweet.
Acknowledged.
2 turrets left. No further unit production. The blue down here are just walls. So yeah, we are good, I think. Excellent. We'll move right in close. You can only control one unit at a time in the original version, that is correct.
Acknowledged.
So definitely I think preferable to play Dune Dynasty. There we go. Now everything blows up. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I just love it when you get a big bunch of tanks and you tell them to blow stuff up. That's just pure CNC right there. In appreciation for your recent performance, I will now allow you to resume the struggle with the Ordos. At least they will put up a fight worthy of our troopers. Proceed. Lovely stuff. Right, we'll start the next mission, but I think actually we'll probably leave it here for now. You can always return to Dune 2 next time, or just carry on where we left off, or switch over to Dune 2000 maybe next time. Okay. Where can you get this version of Dune 2? Google Dune Dynasty. It'll tell you which version of the ROM you'll need to get. Right, we'll go in the middle this time. Proceed, and we'll save. Sweet! Yes, we're probably going to leave it here then for today. This has been a lot of fun though. So, the plan is to try and do one of these streams a week over the weekend. Because I'm not really... I don't really consider myself a streamer, but I'm definitely enjoying this. I'm more so an editor, but this is a lot of fun, so we're going to keep doing this. I'm trying to make it a bit more frequent with a stream a week on weekends going forward. We've got the Tibsun anniversary coming up later this month, so we'll be doing some Tiberian Sun and Firestorm later on. Next video that is currently in editing, main video, is on the 2D Metroid series. So going forwards, we're going to be branching out into other CNC and Dune games. I would love to do the classic Blizzard games as well, because I'm less familiar with Warcraft, and especially StarCraft. I'm looking forward to getting to StarCraft and other things like Grey Goo as well. So we've got some RTSs to come up. After the next Metroid video comes out, we'll also be playing the 2D and perhaps Metroid Prime series as well on these streams, because this is a lot of fun. Just hanging out and playing some games. So I'm hoping you're enjoying it as well. Oh, cheers. Awesome. Good model patch to make the original Emperor Battle for Dune work on Win 7 or 10. If you go to... There's a link to the Discord server, the No Strings Discord server in the description below. If you're an introvert, it doesn't ping everyone to say, hey, the new person has joined. So if you're into it, you can join stealthily and hide and just get the information. We have a channel on setting up these games, and there's a bit with a couple of links for Emperor Battle for Dune, which might help you there as well. But it's a little bit tricky to set up, or trickier more so than the other games to get Emperor working. Marvelous. Right, we're going to leave that there. Thank you so much for joining. This has been a lot of fun, and also hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the next one. Right. That's the end key. Are we ending? Yeah, we are. Awesome. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.